Isn't this beautiful? Whenever I come out to nothingness in nature, there's this little voice, and it's from a lifetime that says, "I don't want to do anything else. I could do this forever." And that voice is very monastic. And if I followed it 180%, I'd probably shoot off somewhere in samadhi and peace out. But then there's also, if I'm hanging out with humans, there's a voice that's like, I want to be in this. I love humans. I love connecting with human beings. But if I keep these voices separate from each other, they don't end up feeding one another. It's all about being the bridge. It's all about bringing that higher frequency into connections, to bring that transmission into connections. And for me personally, I I deep on I go pretty hard on the monastic. Like I'm working on the balancing into the human, which I know isn't super common. But let's say that I fell off of my meditation practice and I just went into my human mode where I was taking care of others and connecting and living my life for others. That version of me would say, what would I be without these people? And so it's so important for us to not be lopsided, to bring in those higher frequencies into our connections. So it's not about being monastic, it's not about immersing ourselves into connection. It's about finding that flow balance. I have enough spaciousness in my life. I've created it, by the way. It wasn't always like this, where I can meditate and enjoy my day and get into these states. But then I have enough spaciousness for work and I have enough spaciousness to connect with people. We absolutely have the ability to do this. And once you gain access from creating this sort of lifestyle for yourself in any way that feels true to you, you want to then make sure that you're not listening to one voice over the other because you have a lot of freedom. So, what voice are you listening to, and how can you bridge that gap a little bit more? And for some of you, this might seem like a really kindergarten spiritual practice, but the simplest spiritual practices are the most rewarding. And lastly, for those who are listening to this and they're like, freedom must be nice. Yeah, I used to think that way too. What did I do? I sat in my Akashic Records. I sat in my Akashic Records. I sat in my Akashic Records, which is an etheric plane that has the information of everything that's ever existed. That's for our highest vibration, highest good as a soul. And it gave me guidance on how to create and curate the life that I have.